Hey guys, in this video you're going to get the first full walkthrough of creating and selling premium courses using the Thrive Apprentice plugin and its brand new, spanking new integration with SendOwl. Okay, I'm John from IncomeMesh.com, and my goal online is to help you find the perfect tools for your next project. So let's go ahead and waste no time and get right into it. So what we're going to cover today, let me hide myself real quick, is really there's about 5 steps when it comes to creating your online courses, your premium courses to sell with SendOwl. What you're going to be doing is first creating a product in SendOwl, and then you're going to want to create a course in Thrive Apprentice that you'll kind of marry up and sync up with it. After that, we're going to create some content restrictions within the SendOwl or within the Thrive Apprentice dashboard, linking it to your SendOwl integration. And then you're going to need to actually allow the people to buy it, right? So you're not just going to sell it directly in Thrive University. They can find it in Thrive University, but you're going to want to create a dedicated sales page to sell that product to them. And then finally, we're going to add the links that we need to. We'll allow them to purchase and kind of show you how that works. And obviously, you're going to want to test this before you start to collect payment, right? So with that, let's go ahead and just dive right in. We're not going to waste any time. I want to make sure that we make this a valuable use of your time. So what we're going to do first is pop into SendOwl. And let's go ahead and go to our products tab here. And we're going to add a new product. Now, SendOwl is really awesome. It's like the fastest way I've ever seen to actually create a product. You have some options here, products, services, subscriptions, and bundles. For this tutorial, we'll just use a simple digital product, but you can also use a bundle and maybe link a couple of your courses together or all your courses together. But for this case, let's go ahead and just create a product here, and we're going to give this a redirect. Now, you've got several options here, but a redirect will basically allow them, once they've made the purchase, they'll be directed directly into your course and ready to start learning. That's about as good as you can get from a user interface perspective. So we'll call this YouTube Course Premium, and we'll give it a value of $47. And on the URL, we're just going to put something, a dummy thing in here for right now. We're going to have to come back and adjust that in a moment. Right now, we'll just put my university in general here. Well, let's call it YouTube Premium. And we'll just have to remember this URL because we're going to create the course next. So we're going to copy and save this. I'm just going to put it onto my notepad here, my high-tech notepad, just for future reference. And we'll create this product. Okay, done. So now we have a product, and you've got some code here where you could put it and sell it, but we're not going to need that right now. The integration with Thrive Apprentice is so deep, they're going to have that built directly into their interface. So that is literally all we need to do in SendOwl at the moment. So now we're going to go over to our Thrive Apprentice dashboard, and we'll be able to create the course. Now, one thing I'll tell you, kind of a quick disclaimer, is I did already go through the SendOwl settings. So if you have connected your SendOwl, which let me show you how to do that right now. If we go to your Thrive dashboard, if you haven't connected it at all, you'll need to do this. I've already connected before this. I really just want to show you how the flow works and how the actual content creation process works, because you'll be doing that every time you launch a new product, whereas the actual setup is only a one-time thing, right? Okay, so we're here on our Thrive dashboard, and if you scroll on down, beyond whatever plugins you have installed, you'll be able to see your API connections area. And so if you go into Manage Connections here, you'll be able to see I have SendOwl connected, but you can also go to add a new connection. And if we come down here, you can actually search for Send. And you will see, I don't have it here because I actually have my integration set up, but you would normally see an actual sales section down here where you'd be able to see SendOwl. And then you just connect it and follow the steps. You'll be able to see in the Thrive Apprentice dashboard, once you've connected that API settings, you'll have these SendOwl settings options. And this is a very helpful quick start guide. The reason why I'm not showing this in this video is because there are very helpful step-by-step processes for creating the products and how to walk through all this. But I really want to show you, once it's set up, how you can go and actually create it and make money using this process. So be sure to follow this step by step, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so now that we have our product in SendOwl connected, we have our API connection created here. We'll be able to go to our courses and just add a new course. And we'll call this YouTube Premium. Let me just make sure that my URL is the same. Okay, so this is incomemesh.com/university/YouTube Premium. So no worries. I'll go ahead and just copy that URL here. And let's head back to our SendOwl settings and just make sure we put this as where we want the successful purchasers to be redirected to. So we're back in our SendOwl area. Let's go back to products. And we can see here the list of our products here. You can even see the newest one. And we can go into this product we just created. And let me just paste now the redirect URL that came out of Thrive Apprentice. There's other things you can do here. You can create a nice fancy price as a guide. There's a lot of options you can do with SendOwl, including one-click upsells, which is something that is normally reserved for much more pricey options like Samcart or Kartra or some of those. SendOwl is $24 a month, which isn't nothing, but for the functionality you get as well as this integration, I think it's a pretty good deal. Okay, so now we have our product updated with the redirect URL. So we should be able to go back into our Thrive Apprentice dashboard where we were, and we have our course started here. You can also upload a cover image, and I love that they give you the recommended size. So let's go ahead and do that and find, I do have some correctly sized. It'll be kind of duplicate, but that's okay. Let me just scroll here. This guy is the right dimensions, 1170 by 400. And you can make those very easily in Google Slides, because in Google Slides you can actually control the exact pixel width of your canvas. So you can give a description to the course. So we'll just say, okay, have a nice little description there. And you can even do a video description, which is great because it kind of acts as a promo, like a sales letter of your course there, which is very nice. Now, because this is a premium course, we're going to want to click on this advanced settings area. And we'll be able to add topics if you've created topics in your dashboard. So I'll call this Master WordPress. You can allow comments, yes or no. Give it a difficulty level. I'll call this as easy because this is pretty easy. And now you have this button here to restrict access. And this is where the magic happens. So you can give it a label, and a label I would, right now I'm using free and premium, but you can create, advanced or, the different levels of your membership if you're going to go that route. We'll just call this a premium course. And then here is the message that's going to be given to the users if they don't have access to the course. And this is an important one. We'll also need to come back to this area later on to update it once we have a sales page to send them to. But for now, we're just going to come on down here and we'll see SendOwl protection options. And this is awesome. So because we just created our product, it's not here on this list yet. All we have to do is click refresh product list. And now we have the YouTube course premium is in the list here. So we'll click this guy. And similarly, if you create bundles in SendOwl, you'll be able to go and update those bundles to make sure that whatever you need is given here. You also have the ability to exclude a certain number of lessons. So let's say you want the first lesson to really be more of an orientation, introduction, and an attempt to sell people. Then you can exclude the first lesson and do what you need to do there. So we'll hit save now. And that's pretty much the majority of the actual membership setup. It's really very, very easy. They've done a good, elegant job here. So now we have our course. We can start adding content to it. So we'll add some lessons. We'll just make 3 simple lessons. You can give a small, I'll show you where this text shows up. You can also upload cover images for each lesson. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'll just put this little SendOwl guy here. And now I'm going to hide myself just because I don't have a lot of screen space to work with here. So we'll be able to edit this lesson just like a blog post or a page with Thrive Architect. And we'll just put a header in. Now, one thing that Thrive has done, which I appreciate, is they've given us a lot of style boxes to work with specifically for online course creators. So if we go and put a style box in and let the data refresh, we're going to see many more options than we had just recently. As we scroll down, you'll kind of get into the section where you'll realize what they've done. So now they have a lot more. They have this disclosure and disclaimer links, top 3 product recommendations, multi-author bio box, live training. So this would be probably relatively relevant to online courses. Let's find the ones that really make sense here. Pricing tables, we'll be able to use this in our sales letter. Download list, so here we go. Here's a good example. So here's an example where, really nicely styled lesson essentials. That's obviously relevant to course creation. And we'll go ahead and stop here for now. We'll create 2 more lessons. So we'll go ahead and save and exit this lesson here. This is lesson 1. So now we'll get out of that window and go back to our course and add lesson 2. And we'll skip adding a cover image for now. We're just going to blast through this pretty quickly because you guys get the idea. So now we can go in and let me just add another style box so you can see some other things they've added. So what's nice is obviously you're doing some how-to things with your courses. So they've built in some step-by-step boxes, which is nice. And they've even added, very detailed styling here. And let's add one more. Course information table. This one's very nice. You can see total duration, additional material. So this is a great way to really get that first lesson to become more of a sales opportunity where you can really tell them what's going on with the course. Okay, so we'll save and exit on this one. Let's just blast through one more real quick. Let's assume they're done with the course, and so they're going to just give you next steps on how you can go on after this. Okay, so on our next steps, what you can do is add one more. Maybe you want to have them click to tweet something to tell their friends about it. And of course, another style box. And maybe you would want to offer them the next course in your series if you have a couple different courses that you're offering. So you can come down here and maybe offer them a coupon if they purchase your next course right here. So you can say get access to the full course or whatever the case may be. You can kind of have fun with it. We've got a lot of different options here. Okay, so we have our 3 courses created and quickly styled. Let's go ahead and publish them. And let's head back to our dashboard here. We can select all and publish. Okay, now we're all green. And before you would want to actually create this and publish the entire course, you're going to want to obviously preview it and make sure things are working. So we see our course here. We see our 3 lessons. You can see that's where that description text went on that first one we did. We'll quickly blast through it just to see how it looks. Very nice. I don't think these do anything just yet. No, they don't do anything just yet. We'll go to the next lesson. A very nice little final lesson. Okay, so the course looks good, but there's a few more things we need to do before we publish it. So let's get out of here and head back to our dashboard. So you'll notice here, even though you publish the lessons, the course itself is not published. So you're allowed to kind of be working and keeping the course hidden from people so you can really allow this to go even if you have existing students. So now what we're going to want to do is go up to our dashboard. And now that we're in our dashboard, we're going to be able to start creating our sales page. And in order to do that, we need to know what link that Thrive Apprentice wants us to send our users to purchase the product. So to find our purchasing links, just head back to your settings and SendOwl settings. And scroll on down here, you'll see a section for purchase links. So we'll click that guy. And now you can create your, you can figure out which product you want to get. So we're doing our YouTube course premium, and that's going to create our URL, our shortcode, and our HTML. So depending on how you want to display it, HTML would be great in a sidebar. Your URL would be great for a button. So we're going to go ahead and click that guy to copy it. And I'm also going to put it in my notepad here just in case I override it. So now we're really moving here. So we have our course created. We just need to create a page to sell it on. So we're going to create a new page. And let's just call this YouTube Premium Course Sales Page. And let me just save the draft real quick. And we can go ahead and launch Thrive Architect. Okay, so we have our sales page here. It's empty right now. And instead of going through and creating it all from scratch, let's go ahead and get started with a pretty useful template here. So I'll go to the copy 2.0 and let's just make it simple. Let's assume we have a video sales letter here and we'll be able to choose that template. And now you can see you've got your course all set up. You've got your button here and you can make whatever edits you want to this. Obviously we don't need to for this tutorial, but what we do need to do is edit this button and add in the link to purchase and hit save. Okay, so now we have our sales letters completed, and what we're going to want to do is publish this page. So let's save and exit. And let's head back to the edit page area and hit the publish button. So now what we're going to want to do is take that permalink and hit the copy button on this guy. So we'll copy that link and head back once again to our Thrive Apprentice dashboard, which I have somewhere around here. Okay, so now back in Thrive Apprentice, we're going to go to our Apprentice dashboard and go back into the course, and we're going to want to add in the directions if people do not have access to the course here. When they have that message for people who don't have access, we want to send them to the sales page possibly sell them, right? So what we're going to want to do is adjust this text real quick. So not the most compelling sales copy, but we say you don't have access to this course. Please log in case they're not logged in. They have the ability to log in directly there, or sign up for the course. So we'll take that sign up for the course text there and insert the link we just created. And so now what this will do is if somebody who doesn't own the course tries to get into it, we'll offer them to go and experience our sales letter. So now we have everything set up. Let's go ahead and save those changes. And now we're going to go ahead and publish this course. So we'll just go over to the green button here and hit publish. And so now if let's say we want to preview the apprentice index page, we're going to go into an incognito window to see that. This way I'm not logged in on this browser. Just adjust my window. Let me log out just to make double sure. Okay, so we're here on my home page. I'm logged out. So I'll head back into the university. And now we can see the YouTube premium course is here. It has the label that it is a premium course. It shows it's an easy difficulty and that it's 3 lessons. So it all looks good from here. We'll click in to see the details of it. And now you can see the courses, the little description. But if I try to access it because I am not logged in, you can see I have it's asking me to log in here. I'll go ahead and click on Simple is Better. And you'll notice, like I said here, so we have our restriction message here and the ability to sign up for the course. So I could log in, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase this course here. So we'll sign up for the course, click on this link here. You also have the ability, if this was like a free course, you could have them register a new account directly underneath, and they would be sent to whatever registration page you have set up in your settings. But because this is a premium course, we want to have them actually purchase. So we'll say sign up for the course. And now that sends us to the sales page we just created together. So you could watch that obviously, but what we want to do is buy the course. So what this is going to do is when you click the buy button, it's going to check in the background, is this person logged in or not? So if you're not logged in, like my person is not, it'll give you the option to register or log in to your existing account. So we're going to register a new account here. John Test YouTube, and then I need to remember the email I gave myself. Okay, so I just created this email address, so I forgot what it was. So I have my email address put in. I'll make a simple password for it and confirm, and it'll create my account. All right, so it'll say login successful and redirect you. And now it redirects me directly to the checkout page that I've configured in SendOwl. And you'll see it's selling us the YouTube course premium for $47, the same way we set it up. And we can put in our details here. Now this is one thing where I am not a big fan of, because it's asking you to put your email address in directly after you just put your email address in. So that's not a great solution, but they're kind of limited because they are using that outside integration. So we'll go ahead and put our details in here one more time. And then this integrates currently with Stripe and PayPal are the methods I've set up, but they integrate with plenty of methods. I'll put in a test credit card and then complete the order. And so I've also set up, which I can do a different video on, a one-click upsell, which is right now just a test to make sure that it all works correctly. But it'll give you this video and offer you the ability to say yes or no to whatever it is you're offering. I'll say no for now. And then because this was a redirect, now the purchase is completed successfully, we are going to be redirected directly to our University YouTube Premium course. And if all things are good, boom. So now we're logged in. It retained our login information. You can see we're logged in because now the logout button is there. And we have access to start the course. So this is a very, very, overall, when you're thinking about you're hosting your own courses on your own website, that's a pretty tall task to ask. I think that Thrive is doing a very good job here with this solution. So let's kind of recap what we just did here. So my first impressions of this entire process is the benefits are there's no membership plugin needed. And oftentimes when you're looking at your overall stack, your marketing stack, the membership plugins are normally one of the most complicated pieces and sometimes even the most expensive pieces of the entire puzzle. So being able to offer premium online courses without the need for a separate membership plugin is a very big benefit. I like that a lot. It's good for rapid implementation because you create the product, you create the course, and you link it together real quickly. There's not really that much that is going to stand in your way from creating more products, creating more courses, and being more prolific. That's a good thing and a bad thing, because that also means you have more products to maintain, more things to support, and just more, it just becomes more, right? But being able to implement rapidly and iterate upon it is a big benefit of Thrive Apprentice. I've used Learndash and other tools, and they're just a little bit more steps to creating it and linking it up to a WooCommerce product, and then, doing the whole thing. There's more steps, which makes it, you really have to think about if you want to make that next course. So I think there's some benefits here being so simple with Thrive Apprentice. The last benefit here is it's a nice interface for courses. I have noticed a few bugs here and there. I have one ticket into Thrive support right now just to understand what's going on with the editor on certain situations. But when you compare it to some of the other options that are out there, it looks really good. It has the navigation buttons, easy, clear. It shows the author in the sidebar, and it keeps track of your progress as you're going. And it's very welcoming, I think. Combining that with the visual editor of Thrive Architect, being able to make the pages kind of look however you want them to, I think it's a great experience. So now on the cons, there's actually a negative with not having a membership plugin. So I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth here. If you want pure simplicity, this is great. But if you want to be able to offer a support forum, or drip content over time, or do some of the more advanced things that you can do with MemberMouse, MemberPress, all those different membership solutions, that is at least currently not available with Thrive Apprentice. You pretty much can restrict access to the course, sell the course, and boom, you're done. I'm still thinking through different ways of implementing kind of a support forum using a course for that. Haven't really nailed down how I'd want to do that yet, but that's coming in time. So if you're looking for simplicity, it's great. But if you want to build in, if you're used to having very in-depth restrictions, this is going to limit you a little bit. The last con here is that I feel like it's a few too many steps for new customers. So if they happen to find your sales page directly, no problem. It's a pretty great flow from clicking the buy button to registering to purchasing. That's not a problem. But if they happen to come across your free courses and they're in your course, and then they see the option for a premium course, if they happen to have gotten logged out, now they're getting redirected to a different page, they're registering, they're logging in, they're clicking to the sales page. There are a few steps there that I fear could hurt your conversions, but you have to weigh it all in time and see how it works. I think that if your users do stay logged in for a long period of time, that can take some of the friction away, but still, it is a con to be aware of. All right, so I hope that was a helpful walkthrough, a complete walkthrough of creating a course, creating a product, linking them together, and bridging it with a sales page to make the purchase process happen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, thumbs up, share it with your friends, do what you do, subscribe. Really appreciate it. I hope this is helpful. I'm enjoying the experience of learning Thrive Apprentice, and I want to help and bring as many along with me on the journey. Until next time, talk to you soon.